Well, welcome back to another video. Today, this video takes place over about 5 months, and I'm comparing growing potatoes in a 5-gallon bucket versus growing them in hay and tires, and very interesting. So you want to watch all the way through to pick up some tips and see what not to do as well as what to do if you're uh, thinking about growing potatoes in 5-gallon buckets or stacked tires like that. So this is pretty interesting. Um, the outcome was not expected. So anyway, let's get on with the video and excuse me, get on with the video and see how well they did and which one is better, 5-gallon buckets or tires. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, I am going to do an experiment. Have you ever noticed I say okay a lot? Going to do an experiment. I watched no videos on how to plant potatoes in tires or hay. But I'm going to try both. I'm going to try to grow potatoes in tires in hay. And I've done put a big wad of leaves down. I have no idea what I should put down here, but my way of thinking, I'm going to have to get compacted here. This is hay. This is the hay that I found on the side of the road. I don't know if I showed you that video, that little clip. If not, I'll show it to you right now. Are any of y'all like me? You're always looking for stuff on the side of the road. I just passed a bale of hay that fell off somebody's truck or trailer or whatever, and I'm turning around and go getting it. There she is, $10 bill. So that's how I came about my free bale of hay. So, now when someone says they grow, problem with free hay is it comes with free sticks. Some people say they grow hay, potatoes and hay. I assume they mean potatoes and hay. So that's all I'm going to do right here. Now, I cut these almost 2 weeks ago, and they're still got some green. So I'm going to place the potatoes in the hay, in the tire. That one's still green. You know that. I know that one for sure will grow, or is green. I don't know if it'll grow or not. The whole point of this experiment to see if this is going to grow. How many am I putting in? There's one of the cut ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of space them out around like a clock with spokes on a wheel. I'm going to put one more 6. Let's do 6. It seems like a lot for such a small tire, but let's do 6. And now I've got those 6 there. These are the ones I cut almost 2 weeks ago. I don't know, guys. How do you do this? Just, I wouldn't think they'd. We're supposed to get some more rain. 2 days from now, I think. I guess that's all you do. Seems kind of silly. I'm not going to watch a YouTube video now. No. That's all I'm doing. I got another tire here. These are Norland Reds. I think they're about a 45-day potato. I grew them before. Look up here over my left shoulder, I think, to see that video. I like Norland Reds. I don't get huge potatoes from them, but I think the last time that I grew those in pots compared to Kennebecs, they outdid the Kennebecs. I don't know. I'll try to show you that video as well. But that's all I did. I just put them in there. Put about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches hay, because I know this is going to compact. I've got more hay here. As they grow, I'll put this tire on there, and yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it looks pretty nice right now. So anyway, if you haven't liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that so that you can follow along. And if this really works, this will be some of the easiest potatoes I ever grew. Disclaimer, I was going to put these in fiber pots like I did the other ones, but apparently I'm out of those fiber pots. I thought I brought some with me when I moved. Cannot find them. All I can find is my 25-gallon ones, and I'm going to save one of those for asparagus, my new asparagus plant. So, okay folks, you know, well, I'm not even going to water this. We're supposed to get rain in a couple of days. These are still green. I should have about 5 of these left. No, I don't. I got 2 potato seeds left. And I don't eat many potatoes, so that's going to have to be good. So, okay, here we go. Let's see what this happens here. Okay, so the other day I showed you how I was getting my, or I don't know, other day, maybe in this video, but we have our tar with our hay we're trying to grow potatoes in. I had a 5-gallon bucket, or at least a bucket, I don't know if it's 5 gallons or not. I had 2 potatoes left. Hey, let's do a head-to-head comparison. So what I did here, I made a really lightweight mix, because potatoes like lightweight soil. And I just got a little flower pot, put 1-to-1 peat moss and container mix. And then I went over to the brush pile I burnt this here a month or so ago. Got some ashes out of it and some charwood and put in here. So that's all I'm putting in here for right now. Putting these 2 potatoes, I'm going to bury them about 4 inches, and it will be the only 2 in here. And I'm just placing them down here, like I say, about 4 inches. I've mixed this up really well. I've pat it down just a little bit. The reason I chose this back in the cold weather when I evacuated, this had about, I don't know, 2-3 inches of water in it. In the cabin, it is what I had under the Lifetime cooler to catch the water dripping out of the drain. And of course I didn't have the cooler in, but I left the water in there. And it froze and busted, so I have to do something with it. So there we go. Let's do a head comparison. What's going to be better, hay in a tar or a lightweight soil mix for growing in a 5-gallon bucket for growing potatoes? And you can see the wind's picking up here. Of course, I'm out trying to film, so it's going to pick up. So there you have it. Which is going to produce the better potatoes? Now this does have, I believe, 6 potatoes in it. This has 2, but we should still get a pretty good idea which one's going. My money's going to be on this one because this is very lightweight soil. But who knows? Who knows? Well, now these are Norland Reds. They get done pretty quick. I have to look up. I'll put up on the screen of when how long it takes them, but they are pretty quick producing. So I'll give you updates as we go along, so make sure you like and subscribe. All right, just gonna give you a quick little update here. Let me get you on down here so we can see. Don't mind the smoke, I'm just burning some leaves over here. Bucket started about a week after tar. This is the only thing I've got from the tar. I actually took some hay off of it because I was afraid they was all going to die. I dig down in here a couple weeks ago, and there was still some of those were still green, have sprouts on them. Yeah, there's still some there. So I'm going to pull some more off while I'm at it right now so they can come up through there. If you see how slow hay is,
Oh, there's some good sprouts there. I'll just leave that kind of just a little disappointed on the hay when I have this here.
And you know, in the bucket, it was on like that in the bucket. So I did put some hay around there. What I'm going to do now is put some more soil around here. So hopefully from here all the way up will be potatoes. And there's one up here.
Get back in there. Once these start getting up there, then I'll put more hay around them. But
So far, I am not impressed with planting potatoes in hay. Probably it needs to be rotted hay, and it would work, but this loose hay, not so good. So anyway, let me get some more dirt and coffee ground. I'm gonna mix some coffee grounds, eggshells up with my dirt. As you can see, I've got a lot of room down here to put some dirt and just fill this up. So hopefully all that is potatoes. Coffee grounds. I saved my coffee grounds. Hope that's not too many. Now let me go get some crushed up eggshells. I saved my eggshells too. Okay, it got me a good amount of eggshells. I don't know if potatoes like calcium or whatever. We're fixing to see. Now, rather than bring the dirt up here and put in here, I'm taking this bucket to the dirt. I'm going to fill it up. Now I'll bring it back and show you what it's going to look like. That's much easier to do. And basically what we're doing, we're just going to be putting dirt all the way around this up to the top. Okay, that didn't take but a second, did it? Okay. Got the soil up here. Now, really what this is, most of it's peat moss. I have some peat moss. And then this is my potting soil mix, where I mix some sand from the creek with potting soil for planting. And so I fill it up. Still got a little room. As this compacts, it still won't compact so tight that it won't grow good potatoes. So anyway, when these get up high, I'm going to put some soil or something around those too. But, right now, I am unimpressed with planting potatoes in hay. 5-gallon buckets, on the other hand, I'm really wanting to see what these 2 potato plants produce. So stay tuned. More to come on this video. Okay, welcome back. It's been about 2.5 weeks since I did that last clip. As you can see, my potatoes over here in the tires are actually, once I took all that hay off, started to grow. So, in fact, I see some right there on top. And I'm going to put just a little bit of soil over those. I think they need it, but before I do, I'm going to come back just like I did with this and put some coffee grounds and some eggshells there, and put a little bit of soil over there, my potting soil mix. And then this one, you can see the tops are growing. Not as fast as they were, but they're still growing. I'm going to mound this up as far as I can and leave it, and that'll be it. So, I can get rid of some of these weeds.
I hate looking out here seeing weeds.
I'm going to put down a cover. Mess around and fall here on camera. That'd be a blooper reel, huh? Yeah, growing them rocks. So, let me go get some coffee grounds and some eggshells, and I'll be right back. Probably way more eggshells than I needed, but that's okay. And we're going to put some over here. I need some more coffee grounds than those before I put the new soil on there. Okay. So let's mound this up right here. This will be all the soil we can put in here. Now this is peat moss and my own potting soil mix. I said it before that I mixed with commercial potting soil with some sandy, loamy soil from the creek. And that's just about all we can do for a 5-gallon bucket. Let's put some of this in here. Quite a bit in there. I think I've been way ahead if I'd done this. See, there's still a lot of give in that hay, but okay. Let's see how those do. That's probably all the soil I put in that one from now on. So I do expect these ones in the buckets to get done earlier. I expect them to get done, obviously, even though they were planted like a week past that one. So we'll see. So more to come on this video. Don't go away. Well, as you can see, something that got back into my 5-gallon bucket with potatoes in it and dug out. And I know it wasn't that first coon that was causing all the problems, because me and him came to a understanding that he needed to go away for a very long time, forever in fact, never bother me again. But now something else is here causing havoc, and so it's killed. I don't know where the potato vines went. So anyway, I'm going to empty this potato bucket. So you can see over here, get the camera around there, the ones in the tires are actually really growing good. So I'm not going to mess with them yet. They're not ready yet, but I'm going to see what's in here, see if there's any potato left. I'm going to pour this into a, I've had these for years, 25-gallon one. Obviously it won't fill it up, but I'm telling you, if you're, I love these 25-gallon ones because you can plant a lot of stuff in there. I planted okra in them. I planted asparagus, which I need to do that again. So, but I'm going to empty this in here because I always like to reuse my soil if I can someplace else. And maybe I'll plant some potatoes in here or something. I just cannot believe that. So let's see what we got, if anything. I don't know why they keep digging in this one, not really the hay, but I don't know. I don't know if they think there's grubs in there or what. See, I got good soil all over the place.
Let's see if there's any taters in there. Well, surprise, surprise. Still not sure why they were digging in here. One of the old seed potatoes. I don't know. That's about all I got right there. All I can find. 3, 6, 7 potatoes. Now I have a feeling there were a lot more like this. They would have made a lot bigger. So hopefully in here, when I go to get those, we'll have a lot more. Those are looking really healthy. After the coon got in the first time, I put some fertilizer in there, hoping it'd help bring those vines back, and they were coming back too. That's So what I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna wash these off, or not wash them off, but let them dry, and I think I'm gonna cut these and use them as seed potatoes for this fall. So anyway, there you go. These aren't bad. These would be some good new potatoes. But I think I'm going to use these for my seed potatoes. So that's the update. We're still going to let these vines over here grow until they start turning, which would indicate they're stopped growing. So that's so irritating. Kind of screwed up my whole experiment there. So I don't know. At least we got some seed potatoes for this fall. Now I'm really hoping that these do well. I think they are. At least the vines are really growing. So, and it's been about 3 weeks since that last little segment of this video that you've seen. So, well, when these get ready, we'll bring you back. Like I said, we have this all in one video right here. Okay, welcome back. Well, as you can see, potato vine died. So that's good indication these potatoes are ready to dig. Now, the hay has settled quite a bit, so I don't know. Now, I did check my notes, gardening notes, before I came out here. I planted a 5-gallon bucket full of potatoes on March 22nd. I planted these 2 weeks later. I hope we don't get no surprises that we don't want out of here. So that's 5 months. Now these are Norland Reds. Typically a Norland Red is a 70-day potato. So to get 5 months out of vine is pretty stinking good. It looks like the mouse has been tunneling down in it. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna get nothing out of that top layer. No, nothing out of there. Recycle that hay. Like I said, at the start of this, I think I mentioned that I should have used hay that was already rotted. But use what I have. Use what you got. Well, there's that tar. Nothing in that one.
Get out of here, Gecko. Go sell some insurance. Well, that's disappointing. And there was a couple right there. That's, I don't know if you're getting all that. That's not much. Well, very disappointed in that result. I know there's one more potato in there. I've seen it. There's one. Now these were, I forgot how many potatoes I planted in here. A little one. I might get enough seed. But it's not looking even like I'll get enough seed next year. The potatoes did not make any hay. They made in the soil, the compost, potting soil I put down. The vines just grew up through the hay. As you can see, oh, I think there's a funny looking one. Other than that, that's it, folks. That was a very interesting experiment. Kind of anticlimactic after 5 months of watching these vines grow, thinking I'm going to have all kinds of potatoes. And I'll tell you, I'm not too impressed with growing potatoes. And I mean, that's it. That's it, plus that one I threw in the bucket. The 5-gallon bucket actually, no more than what it made, ended up making more than these 6 or 7 ones I looked back on the first of the video. They actually ended up making more than all these that were in the tar with hay. So there you have it. Man, that was very disappointing. So anyway, all that time the vines growing thinking I had potatoes in there. Like I said, the only one potatoes made were the ones that were in the potting soil that I put in it too. So I'll probably do this again next year, but for right now, 5-gallon bucket beats tires any day if you're just going with pure hay. So, wow. I would say let the hay be rotted or something, because them potatoes just didn't make. Maybe Northern Reds just are not the potato to make in a stacked tires. So anyway, hey, gonna get out of here. Oh, it doesn't even look like I got enough seed potatoes for next year, but we'll see. So anyway, Don, 1 Acre Homesteader, now you know.